Hey guys, my name is Viraj and I have hosted this video that you're about to watch. The guest was Shreyans Singh, and we talked about content writing and how to grow on LinkedIn as an absolute beginner. So make sure you watch it till the end. And yeah, let's go on to the video.
Guys, Shreyans is a second year student at BITS Pilani. He writes content on LinkedIn for his own profile. He does a lot of other stuff as well. So today we're going to interview Shreyans about his journey and learn some learn a lot of things from him. So Shreyans, how would you like to describe your work? Like how do you do in your own words?
Okay. Describe my work. That's very simple. I'm a writer. I write about mainly technology and entrepreneurship. Okay, so I mainly write on LinkedIn. See, I've seen that many people are unaware of the major news in the tech and startup world because these traditional news websites they write it in a very high level way. Okay, so my aim is to present that information in a fun and easy to read way. That's my goal. The information should be useful to my readers, but it should be non-boring to read. I also try to like put my insights and my opinions about a topic which I'm writing about. So yeah, I guess that's what I do. That's my work.
So when you got started with this, your main aim was to make it really beginner friendly.
Yes, yes, of course.
That's a really great goal. And even we at Clinify are
Yes.
trying this since you were a child, or have you just recently started?
No. I started writing during this lockdown period only. I first wrote an article for the e-cell of my college. Although the article wasn't that good, I enjoyed the process of writing it. That article was published on Medium. I wrote another article on Medium, but then I realized that Medium is more for like experienced writers. So then I started writing on LinkedIn for the first few articles I wrote for my e-cell only. I was then attracted to that LinkedIn short style posts. I like that. It is
Yeah, yeah.
very it allows me to be very concise and to the point. So on the advice of my senior, I started putting articles on LinkedIn regularly. I got a lot of support from seniors in college, including Harish Bhaiya himself, who helped popularize my articles. So yeah, that's it, I
Yeah,
guess.
you talked about the e-cell. Can you elaborate a bit more about it?
Yes, so I'm studying in BITS Goa. So the ESL is called the CEL BITS Goa. I joined it about in the first year itself, and I found it very enjoyable. It helped me discover uh, it was in the ESL itself that I discovered I liked writing. So I'm very thankful to them for that, of course. So and I've explored lots of things in the ESL. I got to attend lots of webinars from insightful people. I got to know lots very very great people. While being in the ESL. So it's been a very great journey in the ESL till now.
That's cool. So, have you freelanced in the space? Because most of our viewers are from college, or would be they will be going in college in the coming few years. So they have this notion of freelancing in various fields, and content writing can surely be one of them. So, have you
Yes, yes, sure.
freelanced in this field, or do you have any experience of working with any company or anything?
No, I've never tried freelancing as such because as I said, my goal as a writer is to help people understand technical news, and I feel that as a freelance writer, I'll only be helping the client. Like I'll be helping their business, their goal. So I am not that interested in freelancing, but freelancing itself is a very good field for anyone who wants to explore writing. I have seen lots of freelancers on LinkedIn itself who are I must say they are very good. So yeah.
Yeah, that's a good take on it. So, would you suggest any good websites or any good sources for people who are actually getting started in the freelancing space or even in the content writing space, not just freelancing?
So I won't say I don't know for freelancing, but if you're a writer, if a person is starting in the writing field, there are many great platforms for writing. Okay, the first is a LinkedIn post, of course. You just put out the in that short. I think the space is 1,300 characters. You write whatever you have to write there. That is a very good space. The other is LinkedIn articles where we can publish, but I've seen that the reach there is very low. So I would not advise to write. Means it is for long form articles. Those which exceed the space for in the LinkedIn post, but the reach is very low, so I don't advise there. For beginners, I think LinkedIn posts and Quora is the best. Quora is like it is very good. I think a lot of people have said it is very good, so I won't elaborate much on that. Okay, as I said before, Medium is good for established writers, and then Twitter is also an amazing platform for writers, but not many people know it. because Twitter threads are a great way to build your audience. I think I'll try my hand on at Twitter soon. There is one more crazy idea you can try for Instagram captions. You can write your full article in the Instagram caption of Instagram post. But as I said before, it's a crazy idea. I've not seen many people try that.
Yeah, you talked about the fact that beginners should do it on LinkedIn or Twitter, and established writers can do it on Medium. But
Yes.
how do you know when to make the switch? How do you know when you become an established writer?
So I am not an established writer myself, so even I don't know that. But I'm thinking that roughly, if you have, like, my goal is that once I reach 5 figures followers on LinkedIn, I think I'll switch to Medium. Like, I'll publish, I think, a weekly article on Medium using some in-depth, that some in-depth article on Medium. But I don't think there is any, threshold that you have to cross. It's just what I think. This follower
So
figure is
it
just
is
what.
subjective and it differs from person to
Yes,
person.
of course. If a person feels he's ready, he can switch. There is nothing like that. The problem with Medium is that they don't have any algorithm for promoting your work. There is a group of people, they read your article, and if they like it, they will show it to many. They'll show it to the audience. Otherwise, your article is not trash. So that is very difficult. If they like it, that's why not many people
Uh,
like
yeah. Uh, so you're really big on LinkedIn. So for people who don't know Shreyans or who don't follow him, he has like 1,000 plus followers, which is quite a lot on LinkedIn. I personally have like 200 or 300. So Shreyans is like huge. Uh, yeah. So uh, how do you gain so many followers? Like, what is the magic that you pulled out of your hat? Like, can you please elaborate
like
on that?
I just write, I just write articles daily. So uh, the magic, I think there is no, I don't think there is magic, but it's just that I've seen that people like reading my posts, so I'm first of all very thankful to them. How do I write my posts? I think for means to get ideas for the content. I have subscribed to lots of these email newsletters from different websites. So websites like TechCrunch, Morning Brew, means newsletters like TechCrunch, Morning Brew, Emerging Brew, TLDR, Bloomberg Tech, and there are, I think, some more. Okay, so every morning I get up, check my mail, read them throughout the day. Okay, so all these newsletters are free. Okay, reading these newsletters give me some topics to write about. After that, I do some basic research on the net. I read some other articles about that topic, and then I start writing. Sometimes, when I'm unable to find ideas from the newsletters, I switch on Twitter. There is this what you call LinkedIn hack or content hack.
Yeah.
I look up the tweets of big personalities and this tech journalists. This is sort of backup method. After getting a nice tweet, I write something on it. Like either I explain it using examples, or I write my thoughts on it, like what I think about it. If you're interested in writing, these are some ways by which you can get the ideas. There are many more ways, like podcasts and videos, and there are many ways. Yes. So
How frequently would you say someone should post on LinkedIn? Like, how frequently do you post?
I post one article a day. One article a day. But I've seen people post 2, 3 articles a day. It depends on, like, how much can you manage, how much can you
Yeah,
accommodate in
definitely.
your. Yes.
So, how do you actually like, given that people complain a lot about this, that colleges as a fresher are a lot hectic and they're nothing what these YouTube videos and
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
tell is. So even on our Discord server, people keep talking about this all the time. So
Yes.
as a student, you're still in your second year. So how
Yes.
do you manage your time and do this thing as well?
So I think this is the one benefit of online college. I started writing in online college, online semester only. So I think that I saved a lot of time. In college there is a lot of, like, moving around here and there. All by staying at home there is nothing like that. So I get lots of time to prepare my articles. Like, managing writing and calling college is not that hectic in my opinion. Whenever I get time during the day, I try to read the news. Usually I start writing around 10 at night and finish at 11. Next morning I edit my article and post it on LinkedIn. Like, it isn't that difficult if you have a
Do
routine. Once you develop a routine.
do you think that once the colleges start in an offline mode, that you'll still be able to produce the same frequency?
Yeah, that will have to see. Means I'm not sure. Means I will definitely try to keep up my schedule of one post a day, but who knows?
Yeah.
If
Do you have any
like
plans for that, or
even during
have
the
you?
exams right now, yes. Okay.
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'll ask
Like,
you.
even during the when the exam starts now, mid semester and semester, I have to stop writing. Like, I can't keep writing during that time. So yes, maybe in
Yeah.
college, once in offline college, I have to stop this
Do
frequency.
you have you given it a thought, or have you come up with some solution? because this is a problem that even I am concerned about. uh, like once online college starts, what am I going to do about the side hustles that I've been doing? So have you given it thought?
I think that means we can't do lots of side things and the academics. That will be very difficult. But if we manage to, like I am only doing one thing, like putting out LinkedIn posts. So maybe if I can develop a routine, like at this time I have to wake up, I have to read this thing, I have to write at this time. I think then that is manageable. Manageable. I think I have read means I have read lots of articles online about how good writers, how they what is their routine for writing articles, and all of them say the same thing. Once you develop a schedule of your day, it is very easy to manage all these tasks. It won't be that difficult.
Yeah,
Means I
so
just hope it won't be difficult.
yeah, same. So building a routine throughout your college life would be really important once we get out of this online mode thing.
Yeah, sure.
And that's a really interesting take on it. So for a student, I'm a fresher, by the way. I'm in SRM and I'm a fresher. So to freshers like me, we have seen this on various social media platforms that LinkedIn is important.
Yeah.
Now that you have some amount of experience in it, how important do you think LinkedIn is for students?
You see, last year I attended a webinar where Varun Maya was a speaker. He said something that shows, how important LinkedIn is. I don't remember the exact words, but roughly he said this: in the coming years, the tier of your college would determine your placement. The quality of a network will. Just to repeat, the quality of a student's network will determine his placement. And obviously, LinkedIn is a place to grow your network. If you have an active and engaged network, it will be a huge benefit in the future. Although it is equally important for you to stay connected with your network. Every once in a while, drop a hi hello to them, like how how are you doing,
Yeah, yeah.
something like that. Right now, it will seem like a waste of time, but I've heard many famous people say like this, that recommend this thing, this step. Getting internships, getting placements, getting referrals, all this is possible if you have a strong network on LinkedIn.
Uh, do you think like LinkedIn is the only platform where you can network well, or are there many other platforms as well?
I have used only LinkedIn for networking. I haven't heard any other platforms for networking. Maybe Twitter is a good option, but I think LinkedIn is like where everyone is more approachable, and everyone seems
Yeah, yeah,
approachable and everyone seems helpful for collaboration or whatever help.
yeah, definitely. Uh, and what would you say is the key to growing a LinkedIn account as an absolute beginner who doesn't know anything about this? Would you say it is consistency? Would you say it is the content that you deliver? Like, what is your take on this thing?
Yeah, so obviously the content that you deliver and the consistency is equally very important. But you see, every day, when I open LinkedIn, I see people, they have shared posts regarding some amazing technical project they have done or a big achievement, and this is, I think, the best way to grow yourself on LinkedIn. It automatically shows your area of expertise, and people generally appreciate such posts. There are lots of other ways to grow on LinkedIn. Many people who have just started to learn coding, I've seen they put a daily post like, what today I learned this, today I learned that, and this is a very good way. Okay, you can
Yeah,
do something like me, like I'm writing about my area of interest. So, and there are some, I think there are some precautions also, so that you don't have negative growth. I'm sure you guys know about, but I'll say it once again, like, don't post others, copy paste others content for shortcut growth. It may work in the short term, but it will harm your the image in the long term. Also, since LinkedIn is a
staying
professional,
original is really important on LinkedIn.
very important.
Yeah,
Today only I saw that four different recruitment people have posted the same, hired on Skype something, like this sort of stuff.
I don't
Is
get you. Can you please elaborate, even for the audience?
no. Means today I saw in the morning only I saw a post where the person had posted an image. Four different recruiters, they all had the same post. They hired someone on LinkedIn, and so like this, all this exposes that they obviously have copied from somewhere else. Like,
Yeah,
who knows who is the original? Like, now, even if the first person was original, now people are doubting him. Like, had this guy copied? From where did the guy copy? So, like, this
yeah,
destroys
yeah.
the person's credibility.
So, uh, how to stay original and how do you stay updated? Is it just the newsletters, or is there something more to it?
See, I read newsletters mostly, means uh, because I write about the current news happening, so I have to read the news. I have to read the newsletters to stay updated. But I think there are lots of ways. I have seen this. I think what say this negative hack, where people they try to be original by posting controversial stuff like ideas are idiots or
Yeah, yeah.
something like that. So
That's a
means
really
obviously this
popular
is a
growth hack on all social media
yes.
platforms.
There are lots of likes and lots of comments on this, but this is like a one-time hit. Like what will you post next?
Yeah,
Bitcoins
yeah.
are idiots. Nothing. I mean, there is no growth here. The most I've seen are the most successful LinkedIn posts. They are those which try to help people. If you want high growth in LinkedIn, like if there is some growth, I think the focus is to put content that is helpful for your readers. That is, I found that this is very growth hack thing.
Yeah, so providing value should be the
Yes, obviously.
prime focus of anyone on LinkedIn. That's a pretty good idea. Uh, Also, I wanted to ask, you read so many newsletters. Now,
Yeah.
once a person comes across these things, it's human tendency to copy the words or copy the sentences to make it look more professional, because all these professionals write these newsletters, right? So
Yes, yes, yes.
how do you restrain yourself from that, and how do you keep in mind that your content is different from theirs?
So means copying, like copying the same line or even revolving. I think that people will surely know that he's just a guy from college. How can he write such nice line or such nice content? Obviously, he cannot think that level of stuff. So people will obviously see through my hypocrisy and they will know that yeah, he's a copycat. No need to read his articles anymore. So that's why I read these newsletters, but I try to develop my own ideas. Like what is this guy saying? So what's next? What's another angle of looking at the same stuff? And then I write about that. I read this good quote somewhere that writing is I do not think before I means I do not think the whole stuff first then I write. I formulate my thoughts while writing. Writing helps me think. I think this is a quote, but I think this is very accurate to what I'm trying to say. Whatever you want
So
to convey to your audience, you can write it first and see how it's going. So
can
your content
you
will surely be original.
once
Yes.
talk us through your process of writing? Like, let's say you read a newsletter, you get the
Yes.
content, you get the idea. How do you execute it? Like, how do you start writing it? Like, for
Okay.
example,
So.
for some people, they write down some points, or they think of everything at once and then write the whole thing. What is your way of writing it?
I think I think of the headline of the article first, something big and flashy, and like something that will make people read the full article. But I rarely use headlines nowadays, so it is mostly for means I try to decide what angle I will take while writing the article. How will I portray this information in some different way? Because most of the articles, means most of the thing is that suppose Google had this outage, this power outage, something like Gmail
Yeah,
was
yeah.
down. So this is the news. So I do not try to write exactly that. That is everyone knows. I try to write some. So I will write something like, okay, so this shows how dependent we are on Gmail, or how Google has become our whole world, something like that. I mean,
Yeah,
an alternate point of view that helps that shows readers that there's something else to know about this too. So yes.
yeah, absolutely. Uh, that's a really good point. So I would like to tell all the viewers that we had promised you that we were going to have a Q&A. So you guys can put it in the server. I'll just post the link of Content Writing's channel. I'm Groot is asking, how do you make money by writing? Or do
I
you
don't make
make
money
any
by
money by
writing.
writing?
No, I don't make. I think to make money by writing, one obvious way is to freelance, of course. But uh, I don't. I'm not interested in freelancing right now. So
How do
right now
you,
I'm just putting out articles. I'm just interested in writing, so I just put out articles.
yeah, that makes me think, how do you plan to monetize the skill, or do you plan to keep it as a hobby?
See, there is a. I mean, if I have not planned anything, but I've seen people, monetize their content. Like if you see FinShots, they just write a newsletter every day. They do
Yeah,
nothing else, but they have millions. I think they have 1 or 2 million followers, subscribers. So and they are not monetizing their content directly, but I think they are providing some insurance advice or something like that. So maybe I'll do something like that. I've seen that like the professional journalists and writers, they start their own newsletter and then they charge something for it. So these are the two, I think, obvious ways to monetize something. And the third way is of course ads. Like if I just maybe I start a newsletter and I'll put ads there.
yeah, yeah.
I've read online there are lots of ways to monetize your content. Or maybe YouTube channel is the best way. Like what you write, I'll say on YouTube, and
Mm.
YouTube ads is the best way for that.
Agent P asks, how do you keep yourself motivated?
Oh, keeping myself motivated, I think right now I have not run out of motivation, because maybe in the future, if I will run out of motivation, I think there is this routine to fall back on, which I said earlier, that there is this schedule in my mind. I have to write today, I have to write today. Maybe then that will motivate me. And also I think sometimes, I fear that I'll break my record of putting an article every day. I'll break my record. What will people think? So I put an
That's
article every day.
yeah, that's a really good thing. Uh, Soumya is asking, so you may be using some images in your articles. What about copyright issues? I don't think
No,
you
there is.
use images, do you?
I don't use, but for the writers who do use, I think there is this website called Unsplash and another called Pexels. They provide copyright free images. Like you can use their images freely.
Yeah, by the way, my background is from Unsplash. So,
Oh wow. Yes,
uh,
unsplash.com. I think you can check that out, Soumya. That is very good for if you want
yeah.
copyright free images.
Abhilasha is asking, how do you overcome a writer's block?
Okay, so till date, I think I've had writer's block 2 or 3 times when I could find nothing was happening in the news. Like there was no news to write about, so the newsletters failed me. So I then turned to Twitter. I saw some. Yes, I think I said this earlier also. I saw some tweets by big personalities, and then I wrote something about that. Like I remember this article. I think I remember this tweet. It was about something entrepreneurship style tweet. So I just explained what the person was saying in that tweet, and another day I gave some examples of what he was trying to say. So these are some ways in which you can overcome writer's block. You can also, I've heard that people listen to podcasts and stuff like Tim Ferriss podcast and all these great writers podcast. There you can find plenty of ideas to write.
Hmm. Yeah. Uh, Manav is asking, after taking in information from a lot of sources, how do you organize your information for yourself?
Okay, so So first of all, I read whatever the big news of the day is. Okay, so I most of the newsletters write about that stuff only. So I get to know what they are trying to say. Like most of them are this is the basic news, and then as I said, I try to formulate my own point of view. Like okay, so how will it affect us? How will it not affect us? Who will it affect? Something like that. And then it helps me write something like something original or partially original.
Yeah, definitely. Ankita Saurav has been asking, how do you guys manage your time in college? I think the answer to that is to
Yes,
cut a lot of crap out. Like,
yes.
that's basically it.
If you stop watching Netflix, I think that will alone cut 3 or 4 hours out of your day.
Yeah, like I remember most of my time used to go and watching these YouTube videos of David Dobrik and all. I just stopped watching YouTube for a quite a while. It's just a rabbit hole that you get into.
Yeah,
Agent
yes.
P is again asking, do you get anxious over the possibility of being judged for your content? If yes, how do you deal with it?
Yes, many times I have this fear like, okay, I'm writing about something, what will people think of it? But I mean, like at some point you have to like accept it. Okay, whatever people will say, we will deal with that. You will deal with that. You can't, like prepare for every outcome. So you just do your best, right? You just first you have to make sure that whatever facts you're saying it is correct, because if that is incorrect, then you are surely people will surely point you out. But if facts are correct and you are making a logical point, then I think that you'll be fine. You can reply to anyone who is posting any critical comments about your article.
Hmm. Sirish is asking, what is it that people look for while making a connection on LinkedIn, and what kind of areas of content are people interested in? Isn't
LinkedIn, I
this
think.
quite subjective? Yeah, go
Yes, I
ahead.
mean, everyone is, I think, interested in different types of content. Right now, I think there are lots of coders, like developers, coders like Rachit Jain, Akshay Saini, Riddhi Datta. I think I'm seeing a lot of them. I'm seeing a lot of their posts in my feed daily, because I think so. I think they are addressing a very large market. People who are interested in coding. Lots of people follow their posts, so I think that is one area. And other I think is the self development area, like the freelancing area. There are lots of freelancers like this Udalak Das. Means there are so many. I follow 2 or 3 Shreya Patel. I follow 2 or 3 people. So they post some tips or hacks for freelancers that be useful for them. So people are interested in that sort of content. So yeah, freelancers post their experiences. How did they experience this
Hmm.
client call or something like that?
Another person is asking, can you suggest me some platforms where I can write on a wide variety of topics?
I think LinkedIn is okay, but LinkedIn is professional, so you can't write about everything. If you want to write about lots of variety of topics, I think Quora is the best platform. Quora, it has this, wide, lots of people see Quora, so you will have a wide visibility there. I don't advise to write on Twitter or Medium right now because it will take time, lots of time to build your audience on either of these platforms. So I think if you are writing about lots of things, Quora is the best platform.
Also, you can even put out simultaneously on every single platform, right? You put it on
Oh
a
yes, of
Quora,
course,
put it
yes,
out
we
on
can do
LinkedIn.
that.
Yeah. Savvy is asking how to keep things original and unique in this vast sea of content.
Okay, so I mean, I said it earlier. Your content is unique when you have your unique point of view, when you have your unique opinion on something, and no one can copy your opinion, what you think of some topic. So I think if you write about something, write about an issue which you feel people should know. That is the best original type of content. No one will ever accuse you of copying or plagiarizing. No, you will never find it on the internet.
Yeah, that's so. Put your thoughts out and don't try to
Yes, of
copy
course.
anyone else's. It's a really
Your
good take
thoughts,
on it.
your experiences. I've seen lots of people put out their experiences on LinkedIn. That is very good. That is a very good way to grow your audience.
Yeah,
If people can relate to your experiences, that is obviously a very good way to grow audience.
yeah, yeah. Sana is asking how to build genuine connections on LinkedIn and how to connect with good people.
How to connect with good people? Means, I don't know how to connect with good people, but you can, once you connect with someone, you make sure that you can make sure he's a good connection. Like you can, time to time you can chat with them, like how's it going, what are you working on, what are you interested in. So these will form a sort of long term connections. Like suppose you need a referral in some place, in some different company. Maybe
Yeah,
they work in that area. You can ask them how to help, and people do help on LinkedIn. I've seen that. Like lots of
yeah,
people are very
definitely.
helpful on LinkedIn.
Abhilasha is asking, would you like to suggest any productivity or collaboration tools or apps for writing content?
And the best tool I've seen is Grammarly. Like it is by far the most, and not the premium. I think the free version is enough. It is by far the best tool I've seen. And I write my articles on Evernote, but I think there is this app called Notion. It is very popular among writers. You can use any. It's not as if you just have to write something.
Yeah.
Important is that. Yes, I
Uh,
think if you search for, most of the time, many a times I've searched for this. What you're searching, productivity tools for writing. So means, but I don't use many of them. It's like okay, I'm not interested in them. So
Amisha is asking, being a beginner at LinkedIn, should I post what I feel is a great content or meme or something like that, which is not so relevant but people are liking it?
I would not suggest posting memes on LinkedIn. Means I've seen some people do it, but I
Yeah,
mean like LinkedIn is not the place for memes. I think so.
I've
That
I've
is not.
seen I've seen people question memes on LinkedIn, like why are you posting this
Yes, I
here
mean
when you have Instagram and Reddit and all?
yes. Means I also feel strongly that memes should not be only means. Yes, but that is I think depends on person. I have even seen some big people, big influencers post memes on LinkedIn. So I can't say
Yeah.
anything. It depends on what you think. And this what was the second option I forgot. What she has to
Uh,
like either this or that.
yeah, great content or meme or something like that, which is not so relevant, but people are liking it.
I think second option is okay. People are liking it. It means you are building your own niche, and that is I think the if we are building a niche, that is very good. Like if you find a small set of people who are liking your content, like whatever you post, that is I think very good. Like they will stay with you. I mean, they are what do you say? They are your fans. Like they will stay with you forever. That is very
Yeah,
good. I think.
surely. Midas is asking, apart from writing, do you utilize your free time?
Since my exams got over, I'm just chilling and watching Netflix and all that. But during college, I think means I have to study. Like give time to studies and all that also. So it is like how much you can manage. Like so, yes. Me-
Hmm.
Means studying and means during college, I think I have to manage writing and watching Netflix and studying. So it becomes it becomes a bit hectic. But now that I've only two tasks, so it's okay.
Yeah, Harshad Aditya has asked, how do you, like, you don't have a blog, do you?
No, no. For beginners blog, I don't recommend blogs. Means no one recommends blog because
Yeah,
there are a couple of reasons for that. Because first is no one will ever come and see your blog. Okay, social platforms like LinkedIn and Twitter and Quora, they have an algorithm to promote your work. Your blog, you have to do then. If you have a blog, you have to worry about all this, the SEO stuff, search engine optimization stuff. You have to worry about the color of the page. You have to worry about the margin and the text width and all that. But you are a writer. You are not the web designer, right?
yeah,
You
yeah.
have to focus on the writing. So if you have a blog, I think there is a lot of distraction about all this stuff. No one will ever come and see your work. Means if you are writing, means many people have said that why don't you keep a blog? Means write out LinkedIn and keep a blog. So I will try focusing on that also in the future. But blog is
Yeah.
not recommendable for in the beginner.
So the question of Harshad Aditya was, how do you attract audience in a blog?
Okay, sorry.
No, I mean, I
How do
didn't
you? I think there
ask
is
it.
okay. So I think there is only one way to do that SEO thing, like promote your work on Google. You know that there is something concept called search engine optimization. Like you write specific keywords and all that, so that Google's search engine directs the traffic towards your website.
Yeah, yeah.
The other is that if you already have people on your adequate number of followers on your social media accounts, you can just post a link there and say, "I have wrote this article here. Go check it out. I wrote this article here. Go check it out."
So
This is
your
very good.
suggestion is growing on some social media platform first and then starting your own blog.
Yes, yes, yes. That is very important. You have to grow audience of social media.
Yeah. Uh, I think that's pretty much it. Uh, yeah, I guess we can end it.
Okay, cool.
So thank you for coming, man.
Yeah,
Great
sure.
pleasure.
Thanks for
This is
inviting
my
me.
first time. I guess it was your first time too.
Of course, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, you're a great guest. Thank
Thanks for
you for
inviting me.
coming. Thank you to all the viewers who came and boosted our confidence in a way. So, yeah, any closing statement that you would like to give to all the aspiring content writers there are?
I think right. In the beginning, starting, you have to write a lot. If you want people to know your work, you have to write a lot. So just focus on writing in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope I can apply this learning and start posting on LinkedIn a lot and
Sure.
get more followers than you potentially. Yeah, man. You're a great guest. Thank you for coming, Shreya.
Hey, I hope you liked the video. If you liked it, leave a like, subscribe, give your feedback in the comments, and tell me what you'd like in the next upcoming videos. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to join our Discord. We have over 15,000 members. Like the best students in India are on our Discord. So yeah, make sure to join. And goodbye until next time.